The maid who traveled from ancient times just laid eyes on the family's long-lost true heiress. But who would have known, in the next second, she would make a shocking discovery. This young woman was actually the reincarnation of the Empress she had served 1,000 years ago. Seeing that the other party didn't recognize her at all, the maid instantly understood that in this life, her Empress had yet to awaken her past life memories. So when the gentle true heiress was bullied by the family's arrogant adopted daughter, she didn't hesitate for a moment. She walked right up and delivered several hard slaps across the adopted daughter's face, determined to get justice for her mistress, because only she knew just how well the Empress had treated her in their past life. It turned out, the maid was once the legitimate daughter of the Prime Minister and the personal handmaiden to the Empress. She had accompanied her mistress into the palace at the age of 16, and her lady was truly brilliant, rising from the rank of a minor noble all the way to the Empress of the nation. As her mistress's status soared, the maids did as well, and she was eventually granted the title of a high-ranking court lady, assisting the Empress in managing the 6 palaces for over 40 years. But then she died suddenly on her 60th birthday, only to awaken 1,000 years later as a lowly servant in the modern-day family. However, the heiress she served in this household was a spoiled brat who would fly into a rage at the slightest provocation. This adopted daughter had none of the grace of her true mistress, and just then, the real heiress arrived. Not only did she share the Empress's name, but she also had the exact same face. The maid was overwhelmed with emotion and rushed forward to embrace her. But seeing her mistress so timid and weak, she knew she had to protect her. So when the adopted daughter and the arrogant younger brother tried to throw the true heiress out of the house, the maid took matters into her own hands. She taught the brother a harsh lesson by slamming his head onto a table and then delivered a powerful speech to the family, reminding them of the difference between true blood and an outsider. Her words left the parents speechless with guilt. And just then, the family's true patriarch, the old master, arrived. He was stunned to see the maid perform a perfect, ancient courtly bow, a ritual created by their ancestor, the Empress. He immediately realized this maid was no ordinary person and, impressed by her loyalty, made a shocking decision. He placed the maid in charge of teaching all 3 of the younger generation, turning a humble servant into the ultimate authority in the house.